Hello world, I am Kronos. Welcome back. Hope everyone is doing good. Today I want to talk about criticism. Criticism and how to deal with it. I'm used to criticism, we all are, aren't we? We're all getting criticized by. Is this too loud? I don't know. We all get criticized. Some of us get criticized more. Some of us don't get criticized because we are surrounded by yes men and people that try to make us like them, so they won't tell you the truth. And on the other hand, some people will have friends that criticize them all the time, and like in a passive aggressive way. Usually it happens in families too, but in general, criticism, we all get criticized. Everyone gets criticized, but not everyone knows how to deal with it, because not all criticism is gonna be nice, because people can criticize you and be empathic about it and make sure that they let you know that it comes from a place of, and you can feel it too, if it comes from a place of caring and love, as opposed to if you're being criticized for any other reason, negative reasons, which is most criticism, or at least that's how we see it. See, what I want to emphasize, what I want to touch on, and the point is, any criticism that we receive, first of all, you don't have to take it. It doesn't have to affect you. It doesn't have to. But you should listen. It's not even about them and what they mean by the criticism. It's about you being able to take your own belief system and what you truly want and need, and who you are and how you want to represent and be, taking that in contrast of what they're saying, and trying to find if there is truth to their criticism. What I mean is, you should take criticism and you should like it, because you're in control. You don't have to take it, but you can take it. You can learn from it, because even if they don't mean well, you can still learn from it, because there might be truth in it. Your enemies, the good thing about your enemies, quote unquote, is that they will tell you the truth. A lot of times people that love you will lie to you to make you feel better. Your friends, your family, people you know will lie to you, but people that hate you, they'll tell you the truth all the time. They truly tell you. That's why people that are enemies, a lot of times they become the best friends later in life. It's also a way to connect, Talked about in an earlier video that what hate actually is, which is a mechanism to find your way back to love. It is a manifestation of love. It's that will keep you coming back, because if you don't hate, you don't care. If you don't love, you don't care and you don't hate. You just don't care. You're neutral about it. When you hate, it means you care. When you care, it means you love. Simple as that. But that's not the point of the video. Criticism is also a manifestation of love. Even if it's presented in a hateful way, it's still love. And the thing is, you choose how to accept it. I'll give you an example. I was criticized in a good way, in a positive way, by no matter, but about my videos and well, as an example, things that I could do better, things that I could improve on. It was a nice conversation, and I listened, which is why I'm making this video, where I got the idea. Because on the contrary, I was criticized very harshly, not nicely. I'm talking real hard, like, and I listened. I still listen. I was basically being like attacked, but I still listened. I didn't even respond. I was quiet. I was like, okay. And I thanked her afterwards. Bad words were used, a lot of frustration, anger, offensive, like aggressive tones, almost yelling, anger. Did I say anger? No. The point is, it doesn't matter where it's coming from, really. It matters how you receive it. And then, if you can receive it without getting emotional, without taking it personally, if you can receive it objectively, like you can step out of yourself and look at yourself from a third person and take that criticism that way, first of all, you won't be hurt. Second of all, you will learn something, even if you don't even have to be about you. When you listen to the criticism, you could learn something about the other person as well. What words are they using? Why are they saying what they're saying? And how they're saying it? Where it's coming from? Why do they feel that way? What is it that makes them think that they should tell you this? A lot of questions you can ask them to tell you a lot about them, who they are. And how you respond, if you respond, that says a lot about you. If you respond and how you respond. So it's a two-way street. And the universe will send you people that will criticize you. And you should be grateful. Otherwise, how are you going to improve? Look at big celebrities that live on a cloud, that are surrounded by yes men. They are disconnected from reality, and they are making a joke of themselves because they don't take criticism. They get a yes, you're right, and that's how most of them fall. That and drugs. So criticism is great, and you should like it. You should want it. You should ask for it. When you talk to people, you should tell them, how do you think, what do you think? Like if you sense that you did something that made them feel some way, or not even that, just if you want to improve, and maybe you get a complaint, or maybe you don't, but on a regular basis, you should be listening to criticism and taking it into consideration, especially if it hurts. Let me tell you something. When something bothers you, it's not the problem. You are the problem. Or should I say the problem is with you, in you. You have the problem. It's not the problem. The source is not the problem. If you have a problem with something, you have the problem. You have the problem. So for example, if someone is using swear words and you don't like it, I had this conversation as well. I had several all the time. I'm just giving examples, of course. I'm a little jumpy because I'm tired. I'm so tired, but I told myself I will not go to sleep until I make a video. So here I am. Here we are. So where was I? Without criticism, I don't think that's what I want. Never mind. Without criticism, you can't really learn to improve. You would you wouldn't know. So you should take it gladly, and you should criticize yourself, not in a negative way, but you should criticize yourself, and you should use that criticism, because it's not, if someone tells you you're fat, right, and you're fat, you shouldn't be offended, right? If you're fat and someone calls you fat, why would you be offended? I'm an Israeli Jew. I've been called every name in the book. I smile. You can call me anything. I've been called child murderer. I've been called anything. You know. You already know. You already know. Anti-Semitism. You know, it's everywhere and it's out of fucking hand. Which is okay. I mean, first of all, I'm not afraid. Second of all, I don't see when people call me like, if you call me like a stinking Jew, for example. Yes, I am Jew. I don't stink, though. Like, doesn't affect me at all. Actually, it makes me laugh in a way. I'm natural about it, but it could make me laugh because if I feel anything, it's bad for them that they have this hate in their heart, because you're only exposing yourself when you are low energy, low frequency, angry, frustrated, little, and you take it out on people. It literally means nothing about them at all. It doesn't mean anything at all. All it does is say something about you. So that's same with criticism. It doesn't actually mean anything. It could be true, and if it's true and you have a problem with it, you can change it. See, if you go again to the fat thing, if someone calls you fat and you're offended, first of all, it means it's true, and second of all, it means it bothers you what people think and how you look. So either change it or accept it. It's up to you. But once you take it to heart, all you're doing is damage yourself. No one is actually doing it to you. You don't have to accept it. It's up to you 100%. So if you have to realize that, but it's easier said than done, of course, like most of this stuff we talk about. But it is possible, and it is a progress, and it's worth it, because it will change your life once you change how you approach other people's opinions. And you should always remember it's an opinion. For one person, I'm I could be a Jew, stupid Jew, child killing, like whatever. For the other person, I'm the greatest. I've had conversation with people that told me that I saved their lives, with the conversation, being there for them. For them, I'm a lifesaver, I'm an angel. For this person, I'm a killer, a murderer. So which one is it? You decide. You decide what you are. And so the other part we talked about this, but like I want to emphasize is not only is it a good thing that you should appreciate and thank. Like if someone tells you, you should thank them. They went out of their way to express their opinion to you. They used energy and time, and like you should be like, thank you. you know? Some people don't know how to take criticism at all. Nothing. And they have an inflated ego, and some of them are so beyond, like you can tell that there's stages to this. I know people that have such a fragile ego and so big, they don't even recognize their own ego, and they are unable to accept any criticism, which makes them stuck in their way. They don't listen to anyone. They think they're always right. And they're just like that, just into the wall. Like they don't care. And that's why these people will keep failing over and over again, whichever it is that they're trying to do, that they're getting criticized. And let me tell you something. As I said, you don't have to accept it, but you should listen. And you should think about it honestly from outside yourself. You should do that. If you're unable to do that, you will always, because you will resist, right? Which is the people that I'm talking about, they can't accept criticism. They'll resist it. And so it will create so many negative, like their feeling they will block. They will not be honest. Their ego will pop up. They will look for excuses. They will think about it later, what you said. It will bother them in their sleep. It will bother them during the day. If it's true. That's the key part. If you call someone a piece of shit, and he's like, you piece of shit, and he like, if he gets hurt, he probably thinks you're right inside of him. He won't acknowledge it, but that's the irony of it all. So if someone, I'm laughing because I'm thinking about all these people, like I know many examples of. It's frustrating, and I laugh because it's frustrating in a way, but that's how I accept it. It's frustrating when it's someone close to you that you're trying to help. and they are blind to their own weaknesses. We have a saying that camels can see their own humps. Is it called? But that's a saying that you don't see your own self really. So you should take criticism and you should listen to it all. And if it bothers you, that's the criticism you should look in. If you're getting criticized and you're like, yeah, whatever, and you just let it slide, that's fine if you actually acknowledge it, first of all. And you don't have to, by the way. Like, if you're a celebrity and you're getting like 10,000 messages criticizing you, you're not gonna read all the messages, right? I'm talking, you have to be just in general. Like, if you get the same complaints, it will always return. Like, if one person tells you you're lazy, stop being so lazy, and then another person, and then another person, and another person, like you, I mean, it could not bother you because maybe you don't even care what they think. It could bother you, and you may lie to yourself and say that it doesn't bother you. There's many ways, but the truthful way, the truthful way, the best way to deal with it, the only productive way, is to accept it and then objectively break it apart and see if there's truth to it, and then fix that. Why not? What is better than improving yourself? Isn't that the number one thing you should do? Improve yourself. And isn't that the way? By reflecting on others. And they may reflect how they feel, because our opinions are only reflections of ourselves, right? Every opinion. Who said that? Nietzsche? Or every opinion is a confession. I think Nietzsche or Jung, one of them, great philosophers and psychologists, said that every opinion is a confession. So if someone, so it goes both ways. So when someone criticizes you, you might learn that they have that problem. We are all reflecting off each other and like learning from each other and teaching each other through our how we see and what we see and how we feel. We put it out, and then the other person can look at that and see that does that apply to me or no? And that's what you should do. Problem is, most people will take it to heart immediately, or not at all, or not take criticism, or ignore it, or block it. Unfortunately, I know a few of those people that no matter how articulated and how much you explain to them where you're coming from, even if you're giving them, if it's pure critic, like if it's constructive, like you're literally trying to help them, like you can see something that they can't see, and you're trying to help them, the person. You're trying to tell them, like, I love you. Listen, this is from love. You can do whatever you want with it, but it's from love. But it's real. Like I'm trying to be. It's not even criticism. It's like, it could be like just you have a different belief than them, and they might take offense or cancel you out for that. And then it could get frustrating to you, but it shouldn't. It's their problem. Remember that. Never let them, and never let these people will also, they will a lot of time try to flip it back on you, because they're trying to get you back. They're not trying to. But even if they don't, and I'm not gonna focus on those people, But I will talk about it because I mean we're all human. We all make those mistakes, and we're trying to learn here. So let's see what is the worst way and the wrong way to deal with criticism. What is a good way? The wrong way is ignoring it. Unless it's absolute bullshit. Like if someone tells me like I'm a child killer, it automatically, because I'm not, so I don't have to linger on it. So there's obvious things. Like if you call me fat, I know I'm not. So it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? But if it's something that bothers you, if someone says something that bothers you, you forget them, look at yourself. Why does it bother you? Why does it bother you what they think? It's usually because it's true. Usually because it's true. So you should mostly focus on the criticism and the things that bother you. If you hate anything, know that you're just a frustrated, lost, little, and I'm saying little on purpose, because you're a little person, because a big person lifts people up. So you can give criticism in a positive way, which is what I received, and it's great, and I'm taking it into consideration, and I'm gonna implement and think about it, and yeah. But the other criticism I received, which was aggressive, etc., offensive even, I honestly even liked even more, because I know it came from a place of love, and it was so direct, and so I immediately took action. I immediately said, I stopped myself. I got frustrated for a minute. I was about to react. I was about to react emotionally, and then I stopped. I caught myself. I stopped. I said, "Wait. Why is he or she saying what she's saying, or he, or whatever? Doesn't matter. Why are they saying what they're saying?" And I realized it's out of frustration and it's out of love. And I've been making these mistakes, you would say, or this. I wasn't looking at myself enough to realize how it affects them and why, and why it's so important to them that they would go out of their way and attack me almost. And let me be clear, they meant well. Even after, like in the conversation, at the end of the conversation, they told me I didn't mean to anything bad by what I said. Like after, people can tell you like, no offense, but you're a piece of shit, motherfucking, like they will, no offense, but then they will offend you. Try to. But that was kind of like that because I was attacked. But I knew that it was truthful, and they didn't wanna hurt me. But that didn't even matter at that point. I told them, don't worry about it at all. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. It's exactly what I needed to hear. And it's true, it's exactly what I needed to hear. Like, I needed that. The universe sent me that. A slap in the face. I took it and I learned from it, and I'm a better person now. And I'm more productive, and I have, like, I am improved. Thanks to it. Imagine if and I use the word react, because you can reply, but you don't have to react. If I reacted emotionally, I wouldn't have learned, like, first of all, the conversation would turn ugly real fast, right? If I responded with anger, or they're angry, they would respond with more anger. You know, it's a snowball. But if I stay collected and calm and keep my voice like this and not buy into their frame, not buy, just keep my center, my facade, I was completely, completely calm. And I was like almost outside of my body, listening to it and looking at myself from the side and realizing it's all true. Everything they said was true. And some of it wasn't even criticism, it was insults. And I still thought it was I took it like, because it came out of frustration. Their frustration. I don't want them to feel frustrated. So I took it. I don't mind it at all. You can attack me every day. I'll take it. I won't sit and listen to criticism for fun from random people that don't give a shit about. Like, you could, as I said, people can just call you fat or whatever, idiot. I'll just ignore these people. But if it's someone that's close to you, or someone that's, even if they're not close to you, it's the way that they and how they say it and where they're coming from, and like if it's profound, you know, because you could get the the greatest criticism from your enemies. People that hate you, you will get the greatest criticism from them. They will tell you to your face, you're a lazy piece of shit, or you're a you're a, I don't know, I don't think of any insults. You're a moron, you could, that's just insults, right? But if someone tells you you're, again, it says something about them, remember. But even, firstly, it says something about them. But if it's like, someone tells you that you are, they don't want to speak to you, for example. Or like, you get the reaction from the world that always of anger, and people push you back, and you find yourself alone. Well, maybe the problem is you know? If the world tells you something, who's wrong? The world or you? So even if it's someone random and he tells you something that might hurt, because a lot of times, strangers, it doesn't have to be like a stranger on the street, right? It could be just someone you just know. But they will tell you what they think about something that you did. And it might be on point. Like if you were, for example, let's take one of these examples on the YouTube, one of those influencers that literally make content just to get money and clout, you know? I'm a complete stranger to them, and I can tell them, you're a clout chaser. And if they had any if they had any sense of inner self, or if they weren't so full of ego and so lost, these people are so lost, you have no idea. They're the most lost people because they need constant approval of everyone, of strangers, everywhere, all the time, or they feel like shit. And so if you tell an influencer like that he's cloud chasing, a low life, let's say, I don't know, I'm just trying to make it worse, to make the point, they should, and they look at it and they ignore it, which is, of course they will, if they have so many views, so many people commenting, etc. And that's the irony, that's their mistake. They should listen. They should listen to the strangers telling them the truth, because their friends, the people around them that they are paying, and they just conform everything that they're doing, and that's where they're at. And of course, I'm generalizing. It's not everyone. I'm just saying, in general, you could be very popular and or not. I'm just giving it an example, and get criticism from people that don't really know you, and that can be true. I don't need to know someone. If I can see someone abusing an animal, I don't need to know more to know that they're abusing them. You're an animal abuser, you know. It's kind of easy to like assess. You don't have to know the person, and the people that know them might actually find, because they like them and they have a connection, they might find a way to excuse themselves, why it's okay that what they are doing, and not criticize them. That's the irony. And the stranger who does not care about them will. So the first part is, every opinion, as we said, is a confession. The second part is, you should listen. You should listen, and you should look within if it bothers you, especially. If it bothers you, think what, don't, because what most people do, and I experienced this many times, like most of us, all of us, really. Well, I was giving very constructive, like I can say generally, constructive criticism to a friend who his ego is, he got a bad case of ego, because it's those, when someone has a huge ego and they actually, like, in their behavior, they like, you can tell, like anyone can tell, oh, look at that, like when it's like blunt in your face, when they're, you know, this guy has a huge ego. That's one thing, when it's out there, when they show it. But when it's hidden, when it's a low self-esteem and a fragile ego, and they hide it, and when you try to criticize them, they try to, even if it's very positive, because they are so sensitive and so unbased that they cannot even hear it. They don't want to hear it. Forget acknowledging and all that. They don't want to have to put up with that thing coming to their ears. They don't want to listen. That's probably the worst case, because it's subliminal, and it will come up, and that's when you don't even acknowledge that you have that ego. That's the, like, a real, like, if you have a huge ego, you have a huge ego. You can burst it, you can attack it, you can do something with it. When you hide it, you don't even acknowledge that you have an ego. First of all, it means you're extremely extreme, like you are so sensitive about it, and it means it's so meaningful to your character, to who you are, or so you think, that any damage to your ego destroys you. And so it says something about you, how fragile you really are. The strongest people can take any criticism. The strongest people appreciate criticism. The weakest people can't take it. The real weakest people can't even hear it. Like, there are people that can hear it and like deal with it, but there's people that they are like, it will hurt them to even listen. That's the worst part. And know that it's if you have it's really difficult. Like, if you're in a relationship with someone like that, for example, or you have someone in your family, like, so I'm talking about someone that you are very connected to, very close to, have to deal with. Maybe it's your boss, and they don't acknowledge their own ego. And this all connects to criticism, of course. We are on topic this time. It can be hell to deal with it, because there is no conversation to be had. So their behavior might be harmful to you or to others, to themselves, and you might try to light the issue, and they don't even wanna. They will completely immediately don't want to hear it. Don't worry. They will probably get aggressive, angry. If you say something to someone and they get emotional, know that you touched exactly the right place. I'm not saying go hurt people, right? But know it, acknowledge it, and then you can be sensitive about it, about that subject. But you should, first of all, notice. And if you're one of those people that get offended easily, you need to work on yourself. I'm not judging at all. I'm saying for you, so you don't get hurt all the time. And you can only work on yourself. So if someone else, as I said, is close to you and has this subliminal ego, that this hidden passive, like hidden ego, and they don't even acknowledge it, that's a real problem. They have a lot of work, because they first have to acknowledge that there is a problem. So they're like, if you acknowledge that you have an ego and that's where it's coming from, you're a lot better, trust me. And it's a question, like I'm pondering this right now, like, how do you deal with people like that if you have to? Well, let's think. First of all, you don't have to. You don't have to deal with them. But if, let's take because you don't have to, unless they force themselves, unless you have no choice. You always have a choice. But I'm talking in general. Like, let's say you're married to them. You could get divorced, but let's be real. Let's try to be positive and productive. And what can you do about it? How do you make them see? Now, most people can't take criticism. The world would be fixed by now if we knew how to take criticism. It's a real issue. People are offended by you having a different gender. Like your color, your race, your religion, people are offended by everything. They're so sensitive. And they can't take criticism themselves, so that's why they criticize others. And it's back and forth, and they can take criticism and you can take criticism, and then so you attack each other and everyone criticizing everyone, and no one is learning, which is the irony, because that's the actual what you're supposed to do. That's why it's making you feel that way. Like, if something bothers you, you are the problem. You need to check. And I'll go as far as, even if it's a murderer, a thief, a fucking anything, a pedophile, I will even say. I'm not saying what? You're probably thinking pedophiles, murderers? You think we should like uh, treat them like they're not human, right? Yes, they are. And yes, they're lost, and yes, they have many, many issues. And yes, you can hate them even. You can remember if you hate them, what it means. Remember. Or because you don't have to do any of that. You can try to understand them. And then you don't have to agree with them. You don't have to support murder, but murderers don't have to bother you. They don't have to get you emotional. If your girlfriend cheats on you, you don't have to get angry. You don't have to. You can just let it go, let her go, and not care. Like you can do it, because it's all a way of how you think about it. Because the way I see it, let me tell you something I told my girlfriend. Well, my ex. I told her simply, if you ever cheat on me, it's okay. I will not hate you. I will not get back at you. I will not do anything. You will just simply lose me, and you did the cheating, so you have to live with that. It's your problem. You will simply not see me again. You will lose me. That's it. I will not go down your road. I will not go to your. And you are the one who's gonna be the cheater. I'm not me. I'm gonna be okay. I didn't cheat on anyone. I'm not the wrong. Why should I give you that privilege? Why would I give you that privilege? If you cheat on me, you're basically cheating on yourself. All you do is destroy your own, like, because I will not accept. You will not be in my life, and like you know what? I will go even as far as say, yeah, I will even let you in my life. Like I will not be your, of course, I will not be your boyfriend or anything, your partner, but like you will simply, all that will happen is that I learned something about you. Now I know how to treat you. Exactly the same like a murderer. I'm not gonna, you killed people. No, I'm gonna, deal with him, put him in jail, do whatever needs to happen. But I don't have to get angry about it. Don't have to get frustrated. And that's why I said pedophile, because I know most people are like people really hate pedophiles. What is a pedophile? Which is actually curious, because the Epstein files and all that shit. All of them are pedophiles. I don't see you attacking them on the street, which is what I would expect, when you have people murdering and kidnapping and raping children, and you have proof of it, and like, I don't expect the law to do it. I don't expect the governments to do anything. Of course, it's them. So why would they? They would do anything to. That's why we have all these distractions in the form of viruses, wars, everything you want. It's all distractions because these Epstein files, whatever, it really touches the high in power people that they have to do anything to get out of it, because their crimes are hideous. Like, it's absolutely crazy insane. I'm just surprised that they're still walking around. Not just that they're not in jail, that no one is fucking killing them. Seriously, like, that's the weird part. Like, how are they, like, it's weird, because people will kill over phone bills, but have pedophiles walking around, and you're like, but you see, that kind of contradicts, you would think, what I'm saying, but it doesn't. See, most people hate, but I don't hate pedophiles. In general, like, first of all, what is a pedophile? Someone who is attracted to children. Well, First of all, you might be attracted to trees too. You might be attracted to animals. It could be there are a lot of things that are out of your control, because you could be gay, right? It could be anything. It's not your control who you're attracted to. It's not your control what you love. It's in your control what you do about it. See, I have a problem with people, big people, with grown-ups who abuse children in any kind of way. Doesn't matter, sexually, physically, doesn't matter what. It includes uh, anyone that's abusing anyone, especially children or animals. But just because someone could be a pedophile and be attracted to children and never touch a child, never, because they have a sense of morality and they know it's wrong. That could happen, right? How would you know? I mean, it's not about how you feel. If we judge each other about that, the world can't exist. It's not about how you feel about it, it's about what you do about it. So I don't give a shit about pedophiles. I give a shit about pedophiles who do stuff to children. Those people need to be neutralized. But not just any, like, and also the definition is also, I don't know if we're talking about this, but it's important because it's about criticism, right? So when you call a pedophile and you hate a pedophile, what does it say about you? Why are you so angry? How does it change anything? How does it solve anything? Even if it's true, and even if it acts on it, put him away and keep on with your life. Like, we should deal with it if it's damaging, if it's doing, but the fact that it bothers you and you hate them only speaks about you, nothing about them. And again, I took this example because it's extreme and I know how sensitive it is, but I don't care. I'm gonna talk about anything and everything. I'm not gonna censor myself to make people feel comfortable. It's not about that. It's about the truth. All I care about is the truth. That's it. So, criticism is useful. And you should take it with love. And you should acknowledge that no matter who you criticize, if it touches you emotionally, if something bothers you, it's you. And if someone criticizes you and you're hurt, it's you. Everything is you. And you should always see the world like that. If I see someone abusing animals, I will stop them physically. I will not hate them though. I will not be angry. I will be completely stoic about it. I'll be like, I'll remove them from the equation and keep on, you know? I'm not gonna let them get to me, make me feel bad. I'm not gonna make their actions make me, like, if someone is abusing an animal, why would you give them the power to anger you? You should be looking, if anything, logically, if by your logic, if we're taking this case, for example, you should be looking at them with, you should feel sorry for them. You should stop them from doing whatever. Again, I'm not saying it's something that's acceptable. It's not. That's why I'm talking about this. It's not acceptable. But you shouldn't let it bother you. Why? deal with it and move on. So if my girlfriend, as I said, would cheat on me, she didn't, but if she did, as I said, and I told this to every girl that I dated, like all 2 of them, if you cheat on me, it only says something about you. And you will be the one sleeping at night with that knowledge. And you will be the one with the tag cheater. And you have the work to do. See, I could be, and I told her this too, by the way, I told her I could be naked in a sauna with 9 women, also naked, models, bent over, and they could try to, and I could be drunk, and I could be on drugs, and they could try to do me, and it still won't happen. It will not happen. Period. My sense, I don't know, but my sense of integrity, I would say, I don't know how, is too powerful. Like, I couldn't, because I would eat myself. Like, what does it say about me if I do this, you know? Because it doesn't matter what they are doing. That's why I always, like, so my girlfriends, my ex-girlfriend, like I told her, she would like go to pubs and clubs and shit. Men would hit on her all the time. She was pretty and she would try to make me jealous, but by letting me know. But she probably, so probably now I'm thinking about it, probably was so frustrating for her, because she would be like telling me how guys would hit her, and I was like, of course, who wouldn't? Like, that's why I'm with, like, I told her I will start worrying when people don't, like when men don't hit on you, and maybe I made the wrong choice, you know. I would prefer that they would, a lot more men try to get you. Like, it would make you so much, like, I told her I have zero problem with that, and like, again, if you cheat on me, that's your problem, and I want you to be like, I want you to feel, and I appreciate, I like it, like, yeah, of course. Like, if I walk into a room with you and everyone are looking at us, at you, at me, like, I take it as a compliment. Like, why would I date someone so unattractive that no one wants them? Like, and I told her I'm not afraid at all of losing you. I also said this is a good one. You can take it, you can steal it. I will fight for you. That's what I told her. I will fight for you. I will fight a bear for you. Physically. I will fucking kill for you if I have to. That's what I said. Not really, but let's keep it simple. I will fight for you. But I will never fight over you. I told her, the moment you go to another man, the moment you look at another man and you want to be with them, don't worry about it. Just tell me, please. Don't do it behind my back. Don't make it like, tell me, and it's okay, and you can go be with him. It's okay. I'm not afraid of losing. I don't feel like I'm in competition. I don't feel like there is another guy that can compete with me. That's how I feel about my relationship and how I am in a relationship. I don't feel threatened. I don't feel threatened at all. Like, at all. From my eyes, it's you losing me. Like, I'm choosing you, and you're choosing me. We could be with anyone else, many other people. We're choosing each other. If you want to choose someone else, that's fine. I can choose someone else too. Don't make it about, don't do it behind my back. That's the whole point. I will not fight over you, even if you try to like get me jealous. So how does this relate to criticism? Well, it's kind of the same, isn't it? It's how you take someone else's actions and someone else's behavior, and and you accept it or you don't, and you get angry about it or you don't. It's their behavior and your reaction. Criticism, cheating, killing, stealing, whatever they're doing, it's them. Now, does it affect you? Can you learn from it? Yes. And let's go as far as to say, even if someone cheats on you, take a look at yourself too. Why? It could be a part, like, are you completely neglecting them? And that's their way of looking for approval and love and connection? See, you could be the problem too. I'm not advocating for cheating. I never cheated in my life. As I said, it's not in my vocabulary even. Like, and I had many options, many choices, many opportunities with hot women. Trust me, real hot, like bombshells, like. And I never, like, I would look them in the eye and say, there's no way. There is no way. You will have to drug me and rape me. Literally. Like, I would meet women when I had a girlfriends, like friends that are females. And that we slept together in the past. And I still met up with them many times. And my girlfriend was always welcome. And even if we could meet at night, like I'm talking 11 or like 10, 11, 1 a.m. I would even sleep on the couch sometimes, on their couch. Or it doesn't matter. I could be sleeping in their bed. It doesn't matter. It was always transparent, always. See, I have nothing to hide, and I have no intention to do anything, and I know myself, and I know what I'm. So I didn't even feel the need to hide it. I would tell her. She would know. I would tell her, you can come over. I'm at this girl's house. That's the address, and she's like this and like that. Maybe you could be good girlfriends. Come and join us. You know, like, and I would be there all night. I could be drinking with a girl, like one-on-one. I'm even. Because there is just simply no way that anything can happen. And I told her that, and she knew it. And the girl could be waiting for me naked. Like, as I said, it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, how did I get to that? The point is, any actions of other people, it could be, you should look at yourself. Because, see, the fact that she was afraid, and this is how it connects, that I would cheat on her in the first place, says something about her. Are you cheating? If you're so afraid that someone will cheat on you, checking their phone and stuff, are you that person? Are you a cheater? Are you dishonest? Are you afraid that you will cheat? Do you want to cheat? That's why you're criticizing them? Maybe you are trying to figure out if they're cheating on you, and because you did something, or you feel something that you don't even acknowledge, it bothers you inside, and so you take it out on them. But it doesn't mean it's true. And even it could be true too, by the way. You could be right, they could be cheating. You should listen to your senses, etc. But I'm saying, Know where it's coming from. Do listen to yourself, but listen to yourself. Don't listen to your ego. Don't listen to the external, and don't let the and so the other way around. If you're getting like accused of, so that's where how it connects. See, if I was, that's how we got to that point, that she would be afraid that I would cheat on her. She would try to make me jealous. I reassured her over and over again that it will never happen, and she can have my phone, she can have my, I don't care, because I have nothing to hide. That's the beauty of it. That's why I'm able to do these things. If it's so sneaky and like, you know, when if you're sneaky and you're like untruthful and like, then there is a problem. Then you might be cheating. You could be swearing to God that you're not and doing everything you can to cover it up and lying about it. But when you have nothing to hide, when you're not cheating, then you don't care. It's simple as that. And this is not about cheating. Again, this is about trust, looking inside, criticism. When someone accuses you of cheating, they have a problem with themselves if they're so afraid, if they're looking for your phone and stuff. So it's them. So that's the criticism. So how I took it, well, that's not really criticism unless someone is accusing you, right? Calling you a cheater. So, but it still stands. You get. I hope I got the point across. Maybe not. We'll talk about this again in the future. No, of course. It all connects. Everything connects. So, you be honest with yourself first. And then you can take any accusation, criticism, offense, and not let it bother you. Instead, it can make you better. See, when I acknowledged that she was jealous and that she needs that reassurance, and how I figured it out by she's trying to, when she was trying to, I'm confusing with two girlfriends, so I'm trying to, when she was trying to make me jealous, it was basically a cry out for help, that she is jealous. You understand? And that's criticism in a way. It's not criticism per se, it's the same method, it's the same thing in the way that she's looking, like she's seeing her, she is insecure and she's taking it out on me when I'm completely confident. And that's why I told her this too. I'm not afraid that you can be going out, you can do anything you want with guys, I don't care. Do whatever you want. The moment you go to another man, you lost me. That's it. Simple as that. But you do whatever you want. And I'm not jealous at all. Because I'm not afraid to lose you. I choose you, but I have me. So, why would I be afraid to lose you when I have me? So do whatever you want. And I also learned from it, because I learned from it that she was jealous, I was able to, and I was looking inside and asking questions, I was able to determine that she's jealous and reassure her and tell her those things like I will never ever cheat on you, and this is where I'm at, this is what I'm doing. You can come and see, and anywhere, anytime, any place, any girl. I would dance with girls in clubs, like she would be there dancing too. and we would be all there, and zero, like, doesn't matter at all, means nothing, having fun, dancing. 99% of women would go fucking nuts if you did that. And I would do it in front of her, with her friends, with her approval, in a way. Well, I didn't ask for approval. It was kind of obvious, like, because it's meaningless. And if it bothers you, you're the problem. I don't give a shit if you dance with guys. I have to, of course, we're not talking about bachata, right? We're not talking about, like, but it can go even there. Like, some people don't even care about that. But I'm talking about dancing, like, not sexual, you know what I mean? Like, that most people would not accept this. Most people don't trust their partners. And so she wouldn't criticize me about that. But I got a lot of criticism from my girl, a lot of criticism, when we would fight about, that's how I came to these conclusions. I learned so much from her. Because it would bother her, and I would know that if it bothers her, does it say something about me? Does it say something about her? I took that criticism, I built on it. And I took the jealousy, that criticism that came from jealousy, and I learned that it came from jealousy, from frustration. And I was able to reassure her. So she's calm and quiet about it. And that's why she would trust me completely. And she knew, she was there with me. She knew I got you, you know? Don't worry. You don't have to worry. I could be gone for a week. You don't have to worry about other women. It's irrelevant. I don't need their approval either. Like, I could get, I got, this is off topic, but I had enough women to be able to, I don't need their approval. I used to. That's why I was chasing women back in the day when I was young. I used to, until I realized that's something about me that's lacking. So I looked within, and then when I got my own validation, I don't need theirs anymore. That's the beauty of it. Talking about cheating, pedophiles, killing, criticism. Yeah, that's how you know a conversation is going well, when it flows, you know. And I do feel off topic because I think we got it. I do think I am getting more comfortable and around the camera, and I'm looking forward to your criticism. Anyone who sees this in the future, you know. Right now I have this, I have 3 subscribers, if you can count it. But hopefully we will see what happens in the future. I'm looking forward to your criticism, and thank you for being here. And next time someone criticizes you, or your girlfriend is jealous, or she's trying to make you jealous, or your boyfriend, or whatever, next time someone is ego won't let them even hear the criticism, know that it's always, you have the choice how to and if to accept it even. And when someone, and about the ego thing, if someone else, you don't have to keep giving them their criticism, but also don't let them quiet you. Remember, you have every right to express your feelings, your opinions. If it bothers them, this is the other side of the coin. It's their problem. If you use swear words and it bothers someone, that's their problem. So that's why I wanted to touch about that. I think that's it for today, for now. So always look within. Take criticism with a smile. Listen. Don't get emotional. Don't respond. Stop. Think. No, it has nothing to do with you, how they and what they, but it might. If it has anything truthful for it, then accept it and do the change. Don't get angry, frustrated. Look at it as if you're another person. Look at it from their eyes, is my best advice. Look at their criticism from their, where is it coming from? Why are they saying that? Why are they doing that? Criticism could be not only words, could be many ways. But that's for another video. The point is, criticism is good and you should accept it and love it. And that's how you improve. People will tell you what bothers them, and if there is truth to it, in you I mean, and if there's truth to it, you should fix it for you. Make your life better. Make yourself the best version that you can. Well, I hope we got some value and someone gets some value from this and finds it valuable, interesting. And just as a side note, I changed the background music due to criticism. It was healing frequencies, but I was told that it kind of like, well, I might bring it back too, I'm just trying stuff, but they said that it kind of feels like, low energy, like sleeping. Not that this is the greatest freaking symphony of ever, like it's insane, but so it shouldn't get you sleepy, but it could, like the other songs were very calm and quiet, and I get it. They told me that they feel like it's kind of like, it feels like going to sleep, like listen to me go, which is great, like someone else would take it as too hard. If you listen if you look at my video, watch my video, and you fall asleep during it, I take it, what this is, I want to talk about this, but in the next video, about falling, if I remember, about falling asleep. If I don't, maybe someone remind me, who? Talking to myself. So, where was I? So, if you do fall asleep, I take it as a compliment. Doesn't mean I'm boring, which is what she meant. Like it's kind of like I'm boring, because the music is so mellow and and I'm so monotone and calm, and and I speak slowly, and the energy is not high, and I'm not trying to, and there is no noise, there's no, I'm not trying to, but is it a bad thing? So I took the criticism and I did something, and I don't know, I might change it a million times. I just love this symphony so much. It's the Beethoven's. I don't know if you can even hear it, maybe ruin the whole video, but the point is, I could take it to heart and I could be offended and be like, what, I'm not boring, but no, it's not about that. And I want to touch that on the next video, because it's all interpretation, and maybe, and I have a good example for that. thing about sleep, like, because yeah, I have a good example with my ex-girlfriend too, of how I learned this exact lesson. I remember it so well, how I learned this. It's a real life changer. So, on that note, thank you for being here, me, myself, and I. And I feel like this is getting better. I'm more able to. I hope you enjoyed. Anyway, not gonna. And I'll see you next time. Ciao.